So I haven't filmed too much of the motor recently. I've slowly been chipping away at fixing the oil leaks on it. I've changed the seal for the crankcase breather. It was a rubber seal and it was quite old and porous, so I'm pretty sure it was leaking out of there. Also, when I was cleaning it, I started to take the oil pump off but didn't finish, so some of the bolts weren't quite torqued up correctly, so a little bit of oil was coming out of there. I've also got an oil sensor I need to replace, and that's the end of the oil leaks. The next thing it needs before it's complete is the alternator, but I might actually use the alternator out of the motor that's currently in the car, because this alternator has the regulator built into it, whereas the one on the car has uses the regulator in the car, in order to save me having to rewire past the regulator in the car. So this should be it for this motor until I get it into the car, which hopefully might be this month, or depending on how long it takes, maybe next month. It's starting to get into winter here now, so. So I'm going to take the Citroen on its first big drive in about 3 months. I'm going to take it for 2 hours to Palmerston and back. I thought I'd just film a little bit and see how it goes. It's been going pretty good recently, a few short drives, but hasn't done a big drive in a while. The dog doesn't get to come, though, so we're disappointed in that. So I'm back from the trip. The car didn't really have any problems really. I wasn't expecting much. Although I just noticed there's a bit of an oil leak. It appears to be coming from the, I don't know if you can see there's a train of oil coming down here. It appears to be coming from the oil filter. So maybe the seal's got a little bit of a nick in it. I did think it was my oil gauge, because I bypassed the sensor and put a oil pressure line in. But it doesn't seem to be that. It seems to be coming more from the oil filter and running down the side of the gearbox. So I might just get another oil filter for it and see if that fixes it. The only other problem I had is when I was driving down, this bonnet doesn't quite line up too well. It's a little bit crooked. So sometimes there's a bit too much pressure on this, and one time the nut in here is torn out a little bit. So sometimes this doesn't screw in by much and it comes unscrew, so the bonnet was flopping up and down a tiny bit. I screwed it back in, stopped and screwed it back in, and it didn't come out most of the way, but I want to get that fixed. Because it's quite annoying when it starts flapping up and down. This is my most recent investment. It's a TIG welder. It's a BOC Smootharc 185. I think it means 185 amps, and it's both AC and DC, so it can do aluminium as well. I don't have a great need for it, but I've always, for quite a while now, wanted a TIG welder and just be able to have play with it, and hopefully it will help fixing some of the panel work on the Citroen as well, and just other random projects. So this would be good to try to fix that nut in the bonnet, so I might put a bonnet off and see how far we get. I've done a bit of playing around with it, but I still need quite a bit more practice on it, so that little nut will be good, a little bit of practice on something useful. So there's a little lip in there I want to try to get out, and then I'll be able to twist the nut back level, and then I'll put a beaded weld around it, so it holds it in place better. So I managed to rise up a little bit and get it kind of where I want it. Ideally get maybe a little tiny bit higher, but I think I should be able to adjust it so it's right on the, with the, what's what you call it, the stay part. So I'm going to put a bit of weld around it now and hopefully it sticks. So far I've quite liked this welder, it's been quite good. It's reasonably basic. This is the AC balance, so when you're in AC mode it's how much of the time it goes from positive to negative. Instead for cleaning. This is the welding current, so how hot the weld is. This is downslope, so I think it's a period of time, so when you're welding, when you stop, it kind of slowly slopes down, and it's the same for gas, so it slowly drops the gas down. Or, no, I think it's how many seconds before, after you stop the weld, the gas keeps flowing to stop it from getting porous. And it's got switch for AC, DC, and then TIG, and arc welding. It's also got the pulse setting mode, but I'm not sure if you can change the frequency of the pulse. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Now so this is to DC for system trim steel. My pulse on was playing for, and I'm going to drop it down to maybe 48. I'll try it at 48 amps and see how it goes. I haven't tried welding panel steel for yet, so it's maybe an experiment. Just going to turn it down a little bit more. I welded it up now. The welder wasn't the prettiest of things to start with, so I gave it a grind up and it looks alright now. It was a bit tricky. It kind of, this middle was a bit more thin than I thought, and the other bit was a bit thick, so I played with the settings a bit and got it eventually. I got a bit hotter than I planned for, and the paint on this side needs redoing now. But the paint job on here wasn't the best anyway, as you can see in some angles, so it needs redoing. I won't do it right away because it's winter here at the moment, so I'll wait till about spring when it's a bit warmer for painting, then I'll do it. But I'll chuck some primer on it now and put it back on the car. So the bonnet's back on now. You can see my nice grey spot in the middle now, where it burnt through. But before, when I was closing it, there wasn't a nice gap in here. It was closing on a bit too tight. I've noticed gaps a little bit larger at this end than this end, but I need to do some work with the panel gaps because it's sitting a little bit high up here and a little bit close on that side. So I need a bit of adjustment, and then when it comes to spring, I'll sand the bonnet back and give it a paint because this guard also needs a paint as well. But yeah, that's that fixed for now. Yeah, so that's about it for today really. I've tried to do some more aluminium welding, but I know I can't get it quite right. So yeah, that's the reason you're not getting an in-depth review on TIG welders, because really I don't really know what I'm talking about. But I quite enjoy playing with it, and hopefully I'll get better at it and I can do some more work on the Citroen with it. But for now it's just really to play with. Yeah, so I'm not sure what the next video will be, but thanks for watching.